Okay. We should be live. We're going to be switching it up today. We're going to be using a very different deck. We do have a few different decks now. We have VTuber Uprising. We have Undead Unpunk. We have Swords Tenyu, boring name I know. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Mechlord, boring name I know, not finished yet. And Invocation of Thunder, which is what we're going to be using today. So let's get into the duels. I do think that it's going to be a really fun deck. There's a lot of interesting stuff that goes into it. So overall, I think it's going to be a pretty exciting, like, just fun thing to use. Hopefully we go first. They have a Lightsworn profile pick. Oh god, they're going to go first. They're going to do the FTK. Yeah. Okay, let's see the FTK. We do have a Ashe. Magistus. I am trying to make my sleeves accurate to what I'm playing. Mudor, yeah. So, because we have Chaos Angel in the extra deck, I have it here. So we could banish that card. But we'll wait. We'll see what they get, and then we might be able to do something. We'll negate that. Just say a quick no. And then we'll see what they go into from here. Okay, end phase, awesome. I kind of don't want to do that because I want to branded. Wyver Buster, that's perfect. Is it though? That is actually a question. Oh, they have Mudor. We'll do this. Send Collapse Serpent. We're gonna get ourselves a Bestial Lubalian, even though they don't really do much here. They are gonna be a good way for us to actually get some advantage going. Because we can pitch Lubalian and then go Druis Worm, and then they might just be afraid. We'll special summon this by banishing this. Activate Shuffling Collapse Up and back in the deck, which means if this card does leave the field by any reason, we are actually able to special summon it, add it back. We're gonna do this. If they chain, they chain. If they don't, they don't. Wasting your entire Mudor. Okay. Doesn't seem all that worth it to me. Okay. We will get ourselves Magnum up. We'll Magnum up here. Chaos Space. Get Lubellion back in rotation. Get ourselves a Thunder Dragon, which is actually really nice. We can Thunder Dragon for Thunder Dragon. Yeah, we're probably gonna do that. Now for our ace monster. Come on out, biblically accurate angel. We will banish this for free. And then we will search out Collapse Serpent for free. Such a nice little recursion. Now then, what we'll do here. Thunder. We'll Thunder again. And they concede. I don't blame them. We're now level 50! We now can change our background to be something actually decent. Rank up. And we go again. I do want to try to get to Platinum sometime soon. Platinum rank is the rank I want to get to, and then I'll probably have a bit of a small maybe break of Yu-Gi-Oh! For a bit. At least on this account, because I have 2 accounts I have to work on now. Switch account has a lot of really interesting decks though. I think every single Switch account deck is pretty damn cool. Main account, I do have some really lovely things on it though, such as like Royal Rare, like certain Royal Rare boss monsters and stuff where it's like, oh, I'm so happy I pulled that. I mean, like, the Thunder Dragon is, like, weird, right? Where it's, like, it either does something or it does nothing. Ash, that makes sense. How good is Chaos Angel by itself? I don't know, making a monster that's just, like, impervious to everything seems pretty crazy to me. I think what we'll do is we'll just deck thin. And then what we'll do here is we'll go for Selene, we'll then banish Alistar and go into SP. We have something, and that's something. We have 3 points of interaction, even though we did nothing. If we had SP Masquerena, we could actually go pretty crazy. I might actually consider adding that. Because SP and Masquerena summon the Collapse Serpent. Just Nightmare Unicorn at any time during my opponent's turn. discard Thunder Dragon seems pretty decent, actually. And we won, even though they didn't do anything. That's crazy. Let's keep going. Definitely a board. Ash it, please. I dare you. Please ash it. It would be so fucking funny. That's fair enough. I am gonna, however, get rid of that annoying ass card you have in your graveyard for a Baldrake. Maxi, yeah. They're only gonna go +1 on. They're gonna go even on this Maxi, so I don't really care that much. Because I'm just gonna end my turn after this. That's annoying. Of course it's a Tempai deck. Ashing that. Okay, now you have my attention. I wonder, is that card you can only resolve? No. Thunder Dragon, I don't know why I know why Thunder Dragon Colossus was banned. I really don't. What is it with every Tempai player withdrawing like only hand traps, and then like one full card extender, like one card that's literally the entire game. It is the most insane fucking thing. Every time it's like, okay, here's my Infinite Impermanence, Effect Veiler, Ash, Maxi, and then I have a Tempai Hydra for full combo. It's like, wow. Like, it's not just me, right? Like, it's pretty freaking crazy that that keeps happening every time I play against this deck. I don't know why you didn't do it in the battle phase. I'm gonna do this, see if it works. I'm just gonna tribute off Alistar because I don't want to have an 1,000 attack monster on the field. Even though, yes, I know that they do 20,000 damage. Just because they might have a card that's like, you know, if it attacks into a monster, it gains an effect. And I don't really massively want that to be a thing. The problem is what do you do here? God, this deck is so filthy. Did Druid's Worm just not feel like activating today? What was that? Anyway, so I started summoning Alistar. Legitimately only has hand traps. There's no other cards in this deck. This is 30 hand traps and 10 Tempires. Also, that was dumb. Why did you do that? Ghost Ogre's a light, right? Yeah. Why did you do that? Invocation for Mechaba. Using your monster and one of my Alistars. After all of that, you're just like, yeah, nah, I can't beat over that. Like, what? Template player wasn't impressed enough with just pressing buttons. They're like, nah, you see, I've pressed a few buttons, but now you're pressing buttons, and I don't like that. That's Tempai appropriation. Interesting plays, I will say. Ooh, okay, if they win, they get a rank. They seem to be playing Galaxy Eyes. Okay, well this is a pretty good hand. I think I'm going to start with Magical Meltdown. They don't seem to have Ash, which is absolutely amazing. We're going to go Ash line first and then go into our other line. Got to get that Royal Invocation just to really show them what for. And this is going to be on one of my videos for sure. I'm definitely going to be making a video on Invoked as a package. Because it just seems so good to me. Like, obviously it works well in this deck. But I feel like you could run it, like, generally as, like, a typical strategy. Now, there's no way they can activate a spell right now, so we're now basically insulated against a hand trap. activate Thunder Dark. Dragon Dark, rather. Dragon Hawk. I really don't understand, in a way, how Thunder Dragon became this, like, unbeatable deck. I don't know if it's just because I'm not good enough at the game. But I just don't see how, like, it might just be there was like 2018 format, so it's just like, oh, well, if they summon a thing, you can just say no, or something like that. Yeah, I just don't see it. Like, Colossus, definitely, like, ban-worthy card. But I just don't see Titan getting banned. Obviously, if Colossus is banned, then Titan is, like, unusable, but, like, it's just weird to me. I guess Dragon Dark is kind of just good to have around. Yeah, just Envase, I guess. Can't add cards from deck to hand unless by drawing them. One of my monsters can become over 3,000. And we have a monster negate that banishes, which is actually really strong. I think we want to discard Collapse Serpent if we discard one. Because then we can get Dragon Roar's effect. Oh, okay. The great thing is because we have just general quick effect cards, they don't know that I couldn't activate Mechaba there. So they could actually be like, okay, they have a spell negate. Well, we have to let that go through. But technically that doesn't do anything. So, I'm fine with that. I think I might actually negate that. Yeah, I think I will. Say goodbye to Exodia! If they have, like, Effect Veiler, go like, you know, good on you. If you don't, then fuck you. Because the thing is I don't want them having access to anything. Because potentially they could do anything. That's fine. Because they would have... Oh, you can't... what are you... Oh, that's just two light monsters, including one. Okay. Photon Jumper to hand, Photon Jumper effect. Oh, you're just electing not to use the reason why you had Photon Jumper? Okay. This person doesn't play the game very well, I can see. Because they did have the right idea there. Okay. We now have an Imperm, so we can negate a trap card if we so please. So what we'll do now is we will special summon Banishing Dragon, this one. I don't know what that one... All of them are just Dragon Dark in my mind. What is this one called? Dragon Roar. I remember when they revealed the Thunder Dragon support, and I actually thought it was going to be OP as hell, because I thought that the normal one, the original one, could tutor out any of them. Which I don't think is too far-fetched to think is how it works. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Usually has the naming scheme of you can search any like Thunder Dragon, but it'd have to be Thunder Dragon monster. Because it's specifically saying a name. It's not saying, you know, any target of Thunder Dragon. Like any Thunder Dragon monster. But like it would have been like absolutely S tier in my opinion. Because like just because like the thing is you only can activate one of the effects per turn. I feel like if you could use both effects once per turn, then I could see why this deck would be absolutely like broken, busted S tier. Okay. So interesting. Very interesting. Do people just like not like Thunder Dragon? I feel like if I were to click onto a video and I see a Bystial, a Thunder Dragon, and Alistair the Invoker, I'd be like, okay, what's going on? But freaking Rika, you don't see that every day. They scare me, honestly, because there's so much crazy stuff you could do with this deck, so much control. So they're level 6s now. What are they gonna do with 2 level 6s? Okay, okay. Now what does this thing do? So it's already been activated. Okay, now this is the scary card if I remember. Yeah, because it sets the sheet. If we went first, I easily would have won this game. Well, potentially. Oh, that's such a bad draw. I mean, I can always just discard it, so it's not the worst. I guess I just want the insurance policy. Are you gonna ash it? No? Okay. No, they're definitely gonna tribute to hit this. Okay. The Bystial Lubalian. Nani? That's a card? That is actually fucking insane. Cool, we just lose. I didn't realize Rika was like, okay, cool, we negate 3 of your cards per turn, also we tribute your field. Why doesn't more people play that deck? Like, that seems really strong. Like, just tribute 2 monsters your opponent controls, negate 3 effects throughout their turn. Like, that just seems so strong. Maybe people just don't like plants. We would like to go first, please. Like with most decks I play. Okie dokie. This is a nice hand. This is a free Colossus. Not much else though. Actually, no, this is insane. This is Titan with maybe upside. No, we don't want it yet. So, shuffling and base up and banished. So, we will Ball Drake. Because it doesn't matter if it's banished or not. And they just concede. Gold 1! This is going so much easier. If everyone just concedes, the game is easy. Next one is platinum, so we get 200 gems. Okay, so how does that set us up on the gems? So we're at 300 right now, so we're gonna get to 500. Okay, okay. And we only got like 20 gems from that. We still need to activate trap cards. Xyz or Synchro, yeah, we don't really do that in this deck. Destroy a card. I guess we could go back to Sword Soul for a little bit, just get those done. We banish stuff with that deck is the problem. Yep. Let's go. So yeah, destroy 5 cards and then 2 trap cards. That's we're not going to be too far off. I think we could definitely get another 10 pack of cards today. We are almost completely done with all solo mode content, by the way. I think there is maximum 800 gems that we can get from solo mode content. And 2 of them are like DP Duel 1 and DP 2. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Original Yu-Gi-Oh! GX duels. This is a dreadful hand. I'm just gonna let you go first. Maybe they don't realize they have a battle phase, chat. No, thank you. I would not like you to play full power Yubel, basically. Great. Do any of you guys even like playing against Yubel? I don't think anyone enjoys playing against Yubel. I think the thing with Yu-Gi-Oh is like most of the time, even if it's so rare for you to actually enjoy playing and going against an archetype. Like even if you like playing Yubel, like if you're in the mirror match or like if you're just playing Yubel like against a Yubel and you're like playing a different deck, I feel like everyone is like, ugh. Like, there's so many decks like that where it's like, ugh. Spirit of Yubel. Let's just keep clicking buttons until something hopefully works. Please end on just this. Love of God, please just like, yeah, add that back. End turn. I just Gamma Seal it, and I'm like, okay, let's play Yu-Gi-Oh! The actual game. I love card games. Oh god, I love Gamma Seal, the kaiju. Get your stinky phantom off my feet. Have a beautiful tortoise. Anyway, so I started crying. I need them to activate an effect at some point. Maybe on normal summon they'll have something? Why do I always have to brick against Yubel? I think that's also the problem. Yubel comes over, she slaps my hand, she slaps my face, and then she says, okay, cool, so you're surrendering, right? She slaps my board, which hurts me more than it hurts her. Okay, this is an actual hand, thank God. Exclamation mark in name, could be scary. Oh yeah. Why am I only getting Yubel? So you know it's bad. They have the royal rare fucking Yubel card. They were like, oh man, I gotta play Yubel. It's the only fucking thing I can do. Here's my cold buy. Why don't you fucking cold buy these nuts? You're not getting your Yubel. Good day, sir. You lose. Sam saw these nuts. Oh, they have the fucking... That's what I hate about it. Like, no matter what you do, they still just have 5 ways to extend. Gamma Seal. Pretty much Gamma Seal. about no? Yeah, that's right. I get to actually play the game this time. Screw you. The only annoying thing is I have to go into... well, I guess I could... No, I pretty much have to, yeah. I have a tire in hand, by the way. Then they negate it, and then I freaking cry. I swear, they have, like... Oh wait, no, it's because they have Phantom of Yubel, thank god. For a second there, I literally was, like, almost about to cry. I was like, oh god, please no. Actually, it might have been a good idea to play, Tire. Well, Tire only really would spin back one. And I can just Barone kill the Mature Chronicle. This doesn't do anything when it's destroyed, right? I don't think it does. Let's hope to get some hand traps for next turn. That's cool. We have tools, chat. Now what does this do? So if this is destroyed, which we're probably gonna do, they get a card on the field. And it doesn't matter if I take that monster. So this is purely just we just draw 2 with this. There's nothing else we do. That's honestly one of the best we could have gotten. Guess which fiend monster's going back in there? Exactly. Yes, we won against Yubel. Let's go. Finally, a win against Yubel. Stinky, stinky Yubel. Oh, saved all. That's getting saved. That's getting added to the fucking list of games where I show off this deck and say why it's good. God, I hate Yubel with a passion. Okay, so the next thing we get is 6. How far along are we with our deck? And 15 we get 100, I think. Level 15 we get 100. Yeah, not enough yet. Okay. Okay. We continue. 3 more games potentially, and then we're done. We'll probably stop stream when we get to platinum. Okay. Let's see how this one goes. We get to go first, which, thank God. It's so funny, like, the few streams we've done, there has been a trend of, like, here's a Pendulum player, here's a Pendulum player, here's a Yubel player, here's a Yubel player. Well, I mean... No, they're just gonna give it to me. Yeah. May as well. Okay. If we had the potential to, it would be interesting, but Yazi does not make sense right now. And they could just concede. Okay, cool. I was like, oh, maybe we'll go for Cyframe Lord Omega. Maybe there's like a little bit of utility that we could just like steal a card from their hand, and maybe that's good enough. Cause like, the effect wasn't the best to just like do the other stuff. I'm kind of asleep with the Poly and the Super Poly. They're going first, probably on Sword Soul. This is not going to be a fun game. Let's play who can out the other Sword Soul. They have the Chaos Angel. To be fair, this is a really good hand, in a way. We just need to, like, get a good light card. Oh, that's the best Ash target. So we'll definitely take that. The thing is now that we have Chaos Angel, that card can just be shoved in, like, every deck. It's such a good card. Oh, God. Not this deck, no! My only weakness, the ultra consistent annoying ass deck. I think if Mirror Sword Knight was not a UR, this deck would be a lot more fair, price-wise. What rarity is Baphomet? Baphomet should not be a UR. I stand by that 100%. Like, Baphomet has the restriction on it, so why is it the one that's the UR, you know what I mean? Like, it is nice, like, if just Baphomet was, because you also have to run Nightmare Apprentice anyway. So, like, 3 Nightmare Apprentice, like, 2 Baphomet, and then, like, you have, I think, one of them. Hello, Evil Blue Sky, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, this doesn't seem very good for us. Because they're gonna go into, like, this silly one that destroys a card in our hand, and it's gonna destroy Tyre, and then I'm gonna cry. At the moment, we're just trying to get to Platinum, and then we're probably gonna end stream. We're like, I think 2 games away. I'm pretty decent. Birthday's in 2 days, so excited about that. I'm just gonna chuck him a Royal Rare. I don't know what the good targets for this deck are. Oh no, the bitch is back. The absolute most annoying. Duel Links is harder though, because Duel Links is like, you have to spend 85 hours just grinding the ability to use certain characters. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Ashuna. Monk. Scary. Yeah, I like Duel Links. I tried to get into 3 times. I tried to get into it when it came out. I tried to get into it a few other times. Every single time, I just didn't feel like I was that good at the game. What are they gonna? They're gonna go into Big Boy, or are they gonna go into Guardian Chimera? I think Guardian Chimera. How many? No. Stop that. Bad. You don't get to plus 85 times every time you activate an effect. Stop that. This deck is really sick, I will admit. I think this was bugged for a little bit. I think Chimera literally worked off of any fusion spell. But now it doesn't, thankfully. Oh, does this bitch have some, like, annoying thing? You hate Blue Eyes? Fair enough. Blue Eyes in Master Duel seems dumb. Yeah, I don't know why I normal summon that card. Here's the thing, we already used our normal summon, but, like, only one turn isn't gonna do anything. Awesome, I love Chimera, guys. I love it. It's so much fun. When I want to play it, I don't get to because it's so expensive, and damn, I hate the monetization of this game. Yeah, we should have stolen it, gone for shitty Lamphorincus. Like attack, Lamphorincus. It's still so silly to me that Triple Tactics talent can be, like, negated with a monster effect, when the entire point of the card is punishing people for using monster effects. Yeah, we could have played that so much better. All we had to do was set it, activate it. They would have killed the monk, and then we could have, like, won the game from there. We will go first, please. I would like to actually play the game. My opponent is called Kaiju, though, so I am a little bit worried. But yeah, because if we... I just hate cards like that that are like, okay, here's a floodgate on a big body. Also, if you play into the floodgate, you get wrecked. It's like, well then what's the point of playing? If I lose, if I just physically, like, if you play Pendulum, it's anti-spell fragrance on a monster. You mean Blue Eyes players? Blue Eyes players, the new structure deck that's coming out is good. But currently, all of the Blue Eyes cards they have in the game currently, not that good. In today's format, not very good. The problem is inherently with Blue Eyes, like, you just... Are you really going to be able to get that much value off of your deck? Like, really? Oh, for fuck's sake. Where the old school dueling at? They did have an event for a short, brief amount of time. Here's our 1 point of interaction. Please work. But the thing with old school dueling is most of the time it was just the same, but, like, weird. Like, most of the time it was like, your friend plays, like, 6-Am because 6-Am came out, and then you're locked to one spell trap. And then you kind of just sit there and you're like, okay, cool. You know, I don't have Raigeki. Raigeki isn't legal, neither is, like, Dark Hole, really. So I'm gonna Hammer Shot, like, break that, and then they're like, nah, that doesn't work, because I'm gonna substitute Shien for a different 6M, and then you kind of look at the board and you're like, okay, cool, and then you look at your other friend and you're like, oh, what do you play? And they say Gladiator Beast, and then you're like, I'm moving schools. That's like that entire like saga of Yu-Gi-Oh! I always played zombie decks for a long time. That's why King of the Skull Servants is my avatar. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can we just ban Maxx C already? I feel like the reason why Konami hasn't banned Maxx C is because literally they know that everyone has made this made Maxx C, and they don't want to have to deal with like people just suddenly having 90 UR points. But the thing is though, is they're gonna release Mulchami at some point, so it's like they're just gonna either like you're just gonna get money off of that. So it's like, who cares? Of course it floats, but you know, that's not too bad of a float. Oh, is it a skill that makes it broken, or is it? Huh? Oh, it's because we're in the battle phase. I was so weirded out for a second. I was like, why am I not allowed to activate a card? I get a +1 here too, so I'm gonna take this. Or I guess alternative would be pretty broken in Duel Links. But I also suspect that it's like, yeah, a skill, okay. Usually it's a skill that makes these things broken. I'm just gonna Cosmic Cyclone the middle one. I know I shouldn't, but I'm just going to. Imperm. That's actually really nice for us to hit. Because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to negate. So we have one legitimate negate. They have cards on the field. That's fine. I don't give a shit about that. Yeah. Like, that's the thing with Duel Links, is like the skill grinding for that game and the character grinding is so draining that like I just can't get into it. Like, I think oh, Lunalight, that's based. That's such a based pick. Lunalight, I remember I had a friend who played him like all the time in high school. Such a cool deck. Fusion, there's like a card called like Fusion something or other. Which allowed you to like draw poly and substitute like one of the things. It was basically like that one. Yeah, no. You're not getting the main card the deck is built around. Oh, I hate fucking I hate this deck so much. Everyone says this deck is bad, but then it does everything for, like, everything. It's, like, just always good. I don't know why people keep saying this deck is bad. Like, yeah, if you're playing, like... Oh yeah, Greater Fusion Networks. Greater Poly. But I do not understand at all why people think this deck is bad. I do not understand it. You have a monster negate. You have a negate of everything. You have a spell. Like, look at this board. Like, yeah, like yes, it was facilitated due to the fact that Maxx C was on the field. If Maxx C wasn't on the field, I would have popped 2 cards, been able to do a lot more. But like, Maxx C wasn't the only thing there. If I summoned Strategist, like at any point they could have just cut me off with Imperm. So it's kind of like, you know, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So, targets. That card I need to destroy first. Okay. Ashuna. go into Monk, special summon Atara, get Vishuddha. We can bait out the monster with Vishuddha. Yeah, we should be good here. And then we'll lock them out of the game. Make it unable to play the damn game. As all good card games must. I shall thrust my sword into your back, young duelist. By the power of strategy and good game design. I will say I don't hate Shining Sarcophagus. I think it's a really sick deck and a really nice and lovely tribute to the original manga. Especially considering the fact that, you know, like, you know, the original creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is no longer with us. So the fact that we can have this, like, really nice tribute to original Yu-Gi is really nice. I have Long Wong, by the way. This is a bit of a risky gamble, but it's one I'm willing to make. I may as well just draw the one. Now, who likes getting floodgated out of the game? I think you do, because I'm going to summon Chao Feng, who doesn't have an animation for God knows why. Anyway, I drew into Ashuna. My anger is paramount. I'm so sick and tired of that one card winning every game. Yeah, no, look at it. Like, does it have to do everything? Like, that one card is the reason why this deck is insane. This is the only reason this card is insane. End the battle phase, increase a level by 3, negate an effect on a spell, so there's no way you can kind of go around it. It's so annoyingly strong. What do we even have as an earth target for this? Like nothing? Yeah. Light targets we don't really have any better of either, so... Oh, cool, I didn't realize that was a thing. You know what, just... I don't care. I don't care anymore. Just kill me. Yeah, Lunalight, definitely. Master Duel is probably the best place for Lunalight because Tiger and Chick are both legal. And those are the best Lunalight cards. The problem is they just need a better end board at the moment. Because although, like, they did get, like, a new fusion semi recently, I think, it's still not enough. Like, they need to just get something that helps against... Like, just helps get them really started. Or just insulate themselves against hand traps and stuff a little bit better. Like, the problem with it is just that, like, what do you really do? I hate Maxi. I just get the damn card out of here. Mulchami is so much better in every way than Maxi. Like, yes, I hate it in the TCG because we didn't have Maxi. So, having Maxi in the format when there wasn't a Maxi is annoying as hell. But when you're playing Master Duel, it's just like, give me the fucking Mulchami, just ban Maxi, love of God. I hate that there is a card that says anytime you special summon, draw a card. Like, extra deck, fine, you know what, fair. Like, most decks, you know, a lot of the time, you can kind of end with, like, one monster from the extra deck. And it, like, does something. But, like, you need a special summon. It's how the game works. Like, this isn't 2011 anymore. Like, even in hat format, you know, Maxi could be legal and it would still be kind of fine. Is that even good to Ash? That's funny as hell. I can Ghost Spell this. I'm gonna Ghost Spell it. Level 26. That seems pretty good. Negate into a negate. Let's go. Fire King Snake Eye, being able to play around 5 different things. For God's sake. And this is why these cards are so much more balanced than fucking Maxi, because if I played Maxi, my opponent might just be like, oh, well, I guess I don't want to do this, because I give my opponent their entire deck. Like, that was a normal summon. So let's see how many we would have gotten. So this is 2... This will be 3. 4. That seems like a downgrade. Oh no, they're gonna summon like... That would have been 5. I think 6. 7. 8. 9. I have a Royal Rare of this card, actually. 9. I would have gone +9 if I had Maxi. And this board is not that strong. Oh, it isn't. Duel Links, it's so crazy to me. I feel like Duel Links was meant to be like this very lower power format kind of thing. And then it just turned into, yeah, no, it's just as bullshit and hard as the main game, and complicated. With just as many, like, just dumb things. But then there are skills, so it's even more complicated. And the ban list works completely differently, so that even that's very complicated. Like, everything is really complicated when it comes to fucking that game. I don't know why. The one thing I will say I don't like about Master Duel is it tries too hard to let all decks be good and usable, when that's really not how the game should be played. It should not be that, you know... Oh, what did they do? Did they just give, like, Blue Eyes and Dark Magician a skill that says, every turn, special summon Dark Magician or Blue Eyes. Also, whenever Dark Magician or Blue Eyes is summoned, draw 2 cards. Whenever it attacks something, it can banish a card off the field. You can use all 3 of these effects once per turn. Like, what did they do to fucking Blue Eyes, man? The annoying thing is they still have the other effect of Dumb Bitch. Yep, that's okay, cool. Awesome. That seems fair. We're switching to a different deck. If I'm like gonna not have fun, I'm gonna not have fun in style. Let's go fucking Dragon Maid. The decks are smaller as well in Duel Links, so things are way more consistent too. So it's like, oh boy, I just imagine how painful Duel Links would be. Like, you do only draw like a few cards, like you don't draw like a full hand of 5, so it's not gonna be as unfair. But like, it's Duel Links. You don't really start with like a hand of 4 or whatever. You start with a hand of 12, which is why Speed Duel was so cool. Oh god, is this like an unplayably bad hand? Can I just get a good hand for the love of God? The amount of times I go into a game and it's like, okay, here are all of your non-engine. It's crazy. And then my opponent's like, every game I'm gonna draw 12 full combo. It's like, oh god. The duality of man. Yeah, Gold 5 in Duel Links seems like it would be really rough to get to. It does not sound very fun. Okay, now this is a hand. Let's see what we want to send to graveyard with this. What do we want to send to the graveyard with this? I guess this, because we already have one in hand, but we don't really want in hand. I can normal summon this. Yeah, no, that seems good. Go into Striker Dragon, go into Darkness, Metal Darkness, go into Chamber Dragon Maid, go into Sheo. Seems pretty good. I am still waiting for Clockwork K-Knight. Oh, sure. Banish a dragon you control. I would want to banish Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon doesn't really actually do anything for me outside of enabling this combo. Oh, this is when I summon the other Noctivision and I go into Big Eye and end my turn. Yeah, these two for sure. I think it's just that. Do I really want to return this? I mean, I kind of do. It's only Dragon Maids. Okay, never mind. And if it was like bounce any dragon monster you control to hand, like changeover would be pretty nutty. I do remember when this deck was being like revealed and everyone's like, holy shit, the Japanese version's insane. We will get ourselves our free complimentary Chamber Dragon Maid in defense position. Love of God. I don't want hiding. Probably I'll handle graveyard. I mean, that does get us into something. I guess, yeah, hospitality is generally nicest. Because we can summon Nurse, Nurse bring back Chamber, send Urus or whatever it's called. What the hell? Look at your deck, and if you do, you know what? Go search that Obelisk. Oh wait, no, it's gonna draw. It's gonna get them like Hamon, and they're gonna be playing Sacred Beasts. And it's gonna be like, why would you play that in this deck? Like, I understand why you do play this, but why would you play this? What could they possibly have? Actually, this could be a Drytron card. You can get a Drytron Dogmatica, you say? Well, if you say so. Yeah, that's fine. Have any of you seen the weird ass Sheo statue? That thing still haunts me to this day. Yeah, no. All these danger cards are fine. What do they activate? No. I'm literally watching, like... watching, like, a revenge story while I, like, wait for them to do their danger stuff. Damn. That was an interesting story. So he's a older man. Is there anything in our graveyard we even want to summon? Wait, is it only a Dragmaid? No, that's fine. And what happened was, they're like, oh, so we don't. So basically, the woman basically said, we don't serve old fucks like you. Like, hey, yo, how to get fired so quickly. You know what? No, I'm not taking this fucking maxi propaganda. Go away. I'll say, it's on the house. We would like to special summon... probably Pala. Send a Dragmaid card, probably Tiding. You banish this, special summon hand. Nah, that's not what we want. So I guess we'll just send the corresponding, actually. May as well. And then at this point, we bounce chamber. We get to pop something, and then we get to go into Sheo again. It's only a monster, really? Maybe this deck is bad. If it was a card, then I'd be like, oh damn, a card. Normal Chamber Dragonmaid. Best we got. Like, this is a cheap budget deck. Like, it's 3 structure decks with like a Bestial package. What can we summon here? Cross Sheep is pretty nice. Yeah. We can just send Nurse. It's only level 4 or lower, but that's fine. Both of them have had their effect. I want to have Chamber come back to hand, because that's more important to me. And then... it'll special summon you. Just have the 2. It's non-once per turn. That actually is pretty decent. I guess it's the Thunder Dragon effect, where like Thunder Dragon isn't really that crazy. But in scenarios in which not a lot of like stuff can survive removal, it just wins the game. So I guess that's what the problem was. Like in Japan, it must have just been that like people just didn't have a lot of like crazy shit. So they were like, oh yeah, like, you know, house pops like 3 cards. What's your opponent gonna do about that? But in this format, it's just like, eh. I guess as well, you could also run Gen X Birdman, and you could just bounce stuff consistently and get like 40 pops and just win the game. Okay, awesome. Oh, I guess we could have had Chamber Dragonmaid in the graveyard, and then we could resummon Chamber Dragonmaid. Activate the effect of Shale. You know what? I'll let you have that one. You kind of need it at this point, and I don't mind giving you a maxi here. Hell, I'll just summon Chamber. The only sad thing about this deck is, like, the structure deck is, thank God it exists. But it is sad. No, I won't do that. Target one, yeah, no. Because that's trying to get me to summon Parla, which I think is still decent, but just in case, I don't want to fuck up. Just in case. Okay, we got the extra SR. Okay, let's see what we get here. Samong, so they're missing an S to be Samsung. Well, it'd be Samsung, which is pretty much the same thing, but the bootleg version. Cold Buy, not very good hand, okay. I mean, it's not the worst. We get to +1 off the... That's crazy, actually. This is just a really cool extender for Dark Dragon. Oh, I feel bad for you. Except for if you pull Effect Veiler, then I don't feel bad for you. That's the law. If you get Effect Veiler, I don't feel bad. If you get any other Blue Eyes card, I feel bad for you. It's decent, but I still feel bad for you. I have a Raptor. I'm so sad that the Switch version doesn't allow you to tap the friends on the board. Like this Blahage here is just gonna sit here, not able to wave for the entire game. Like obviously it's like that just to improve stability of the game. Gee, I feel so bad for this Blue Eyes player, man. In turn, I also feel bad for me because I have to play against them with this trash hand. What does this do? It doesn't do anything. Let's make them think I'm scary when I'm not. They have an effect for battle, eh? That's good to know. I feel so bad for this guy. He's getting schmixed. He doesn't know what he's doing, chat. He's like, please don't hit me, I bricked. I know you bricked too, but please don't hit me. I'm just gonna straight up negate that. Because that's way too strong of an effect to just give people. And I can't do that because then I'll give them too much shit. The best thing we can do is they like put both of these into like a Link 2 and then I can Bestial Baldrake and do some stuff. Because Bestial... Okay, thank God. Striker Dragon. Linkuriboh. Linkuriboh is one of those cards I just refuse to freaking craft. Like, it's like... It's good, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to have to spend 30 UR on this card. Let's strike a dragon's attack. 1,000. Interesting. No, thank you. Oh god, I love Brickin. Brickin is so fun. Oh, it's a level 4 lower. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, we're not summoning that, that's for sure. Okay, well. Get rid of that real quick. The idea here is that we hit this, we kill it. What is this man playing? However, they did not activate something in the main phase. Is it just a dragon-made monster and... I love you, Triple Tactics Thrust. I love you so much. I fusion summon something that'll actually allow me to do something. Noctivision is cool, but doesn't really do anything right now. I will say Noctivision's a really cool tech for this deck to be able to run. Yeah, so that's all fine. We'll enter. Thank God for Thrust. It always, I highly recommend, like I'm thinking of making a video. I'm already making one for SRs, and literally one of my like UI, like craft things is literally just like Thrust. It comes up in every scenario. Like, you already have one Lightning Storm and one Triple Tactics because of the things. So it's like, yeah. You know, that's fine. I can just always Bestial Boldrake with Tidying. And it only negates that one effect. It doesn't even negate, like, the entire monster, so still have that Omni. And there we go, finally done. Pretty close to getting that SR, the UR points. However, we need to get 2 things of URs to actually get anything, so it's kind of like, eh. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Very close. Well, I'll probably do some solo mode content, just get the extra gems to do that. Actually, no, we'll just do it on stream. We'll get there. We'll just do this. Oh man, do I really have to? Oh man, but it's Plunder Patrol. I'll just take the Plunder Patrol. Dream Mirror is just such a slog. I just don't want to have to deal with it. I know that like Plunder's a fan favorite archetype. I freaking hate Plunder. Because every single time you negate one of their cards, they just bring out another one that does the same thing. You're just like, for God's sake, let me play. The problem here is I feel like I always just go into Chixiao because that's an effect negate, so it can negate one of the pirates. And then we can also blackout if things really get rough. That was a bit of lag. Obviously this is not going to be as exciting, I know, but you know, 10 packs afterwards. Gamma Seal, that's nice. So we'll go for Emergence. It's weird. Part of me feels like Baron isn't the craziest thing in the world, but it's only insane when it's like, oh, I'm playing... Yeah, here's one of the fuckers, I think. So it's his turn right now, so he can't just use that effect. I'm just gonna fully get rid of Shipyard. I don't want them having that card. And this is when they play the other Shipyard. Target one monster in opponent's graveyard, shuffle into the deck, and you can send one from your deck to grave. I can't say anything about that. Oh, they are fiends. Okay, that makes sense. Well, let's get this sucker out of the field. We shall banish Longworm. I had to use 3 effects just to make sure this one card wouldn't ruin my board. My lord, it's so annoying to deal with this deck. Like, yeah, I did win, but like at what cost mentally? Having a battle phase where I don't have to like say no to Chi Xiao's effect every 2 seconds is actually kind of nice. Okie dokie. One more fight and then we are done today. Yes, I'm gonna have to probably do Dream Mirror on my own. Cause I don't want to do that on stream. Cause you have to actually win with a game of Dream Mirror, which I really hated. I didn't like that decision at all. It's the only door gate that does that. Okay, they don't have a very good hand. I should really buy the Sword Soul cards at some point. This is way more important than just anything else. And then we can go into Baron. And we should pretty much have this game done. Every single time I try to speed run doing the Sword Soul stuff, I always feel like it's like the cutscene, like the Family Guy intro speedruns where it's like really funny fake speedruns. Whew, okay, we've finished with 2019 Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that was Sword Soul, right? No, I think it would be 2020, because I think I'm still playing it 2019. Okay, let's open these 10 packs and see what we get. But look at the solo mode content I have left. This is just Eldritch, so it's literally just 200, 200, 200, a really hard 200, and SP. I don't even know if SP2 has 200 gems. So what is the pack we want? So that was one, but now it isn't. So now it is this one technically. I think this is one of them. And how much cards does this one have? Only 5. I think this is the better out of the two. Okay, 2 SRs. Let's see if we can get Machina Ruin Force and Machina level 10 Earth Monster. White Ninja Dragon. I remember when that card came out. I remember it in Battles of Legend, and it was like, ah, cool filler. They just one of them, I think it's Light's Revenge, just had 20 ninja cards in it for some reason. It must have been when they made. No, the Ninja Support was in its own pack, I think. Either or, they just reprinted a bunch of ninjas for no reason. It's like, okay, cool, I guess. Every single time I see a Glad Beast card, I just feel sad. Okay, it is in the pack, so we could actually legitimately get a card we want here. That's sadly not one of the cards we want. It's the only Machina card we don't want. However, that does mean we have a free craft, so... Not a free craft, obviously, but that is a craft. Also not what we wanted. Damn, that's a shame. It is still good. It's 2 URs. Is that the other floor? I would find it extremely funny if Charlemagne de Fleur was actually like just as good as Barone. The only difference was that it like wasn't generic. Why is it as soon as like the end of the stream happens, everyone joins in? Another UR. Actually, that's pretty nice. It isn't in the pack though, so that's kind of sad. But if that was a royal, I would have fucking laughed because I was like, I'm not playing Evil Eye. Okay, 3 cards I didn't want. However, I do think that means that we have maybe 2 crafts. Also, let's see what the legacy packs are. Okay, hey, that's cool. That's one of the SRs that is actually good in this game. Dawn Knight, everyone's favorite knight. So, the Mechalord deck we're making is pretty freaking cool in my opinion. If anyone wants to go in Master Duel meta and make this a deck list, and I don't know, maybe shout me out, because I'm the one who made it, it'd be great. But essentially the main thing I changed, because the main deck list for like on the online thing is decent. The only problem is that some of the cards are shit. So in the previous one, I had all these Link 2s that were like garbage. Like, if we go over here, we could probably find some of them. No, wait, they're not. Like, it was like Platinum Gadget and stuff, right? Like, the way this deck works is you get this card on the field usually. And then you tribute it, you get 2 Mechalord army monsters, and you go into a rank 4. Dreadnought into, like, Rail Cannon into Leap is pretty decent. Or Gear into X. But one thing they didn't do, which I did not understand, is that they didn't have Merrymaker. Because what you can do is you can that into Merrymaker into Gigantic Sargass. Sargass effect, search Regulus. They had 2 copies of Regulus in the deck. You don't need 2, you only need 1. Search Regulus for free, then also be able to have another effect as well. So like it just has 2 effects that are really decent. You can ban during your opponent's battle phase. That's not gonna come up. But yeah, so that was basically like the main innovation. I did put in 2 Forbidden Droplets because I do think that's good. So yeah, it was Machina Citadel and Ruin Force that I wanted. And we're gonna craft Leap. So yeah, we're gonna do this until we get like at least one of them. And then the next one we can go for Therion and Sargass. And then it's like we have these 2. So yeah, overall, like, interesting. It's cool. It's not like super meta, but yeah. Hope you all really enjoyed this video. Hopefully next time we'll actually be playing a lot more, maybe Dragon Maid. But yeah, have a lovely day and I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.